guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a classic vanilla yellow cake from scratch. Now, I know here in the US we have a lot of convenient products like the box cakes, like the yellow box cake mix, but I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch because you can't get it all over the world. So let's go over the ingredients so we can get started. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, eggs, unsalted butter at room temperature, whole milk, sour cream, baking powder, salt, and vanilla extract. Very basic ingredients, but this is going to be one of those things that you can whip up like that. First thing you want to do is get your oven nice and hot at 350. Second thing you want to do is take a 9 by 13 inch pan just like this, spray it with nonstick cooking spray and lay the bottom with parchment paper because you know me, I just want to make sure everything comes out easily. Now we're going to make this just a large bowl with just a regular whisk and a spatula. I'm going to put my butter in here. You want to make sure it's really soft, otherwise it's not going to cream well. And to the butter, I'm going to add in the sugar. It looks like a lot of sugar, but it's going to be a pretty big cake once we're done. So just start combining this with your spatula and then switch to a whisk to get it nice and combined. Now that we have that all creamed up, we're going to add our eggs. Make sure you crack them in a separate bowl, just in case you get a bad egg. You don't ruin your whole batter. Just mix it until it's combined. That looks perfect. As you can see, it's a nice pale yellow color, which is where it gets its name from. Now to that, we're going to add some vanilla extract, about 1.5 teaspoons. And we're also going to add in the milk. It's 1 cup of whole milk. And some sour cream. Now you guys know how I feel about sour cream or buttermilk in my cake batters because it keeps the cake itself so moist. And it's just a step that I just can't skip. Now, yellow cake, it's just so classic American, and like I said, we have lots of convenient things, but, you know, I know you guys out there can't get your hands on it. Not all of you can get your hands on it, so I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch. Now that we have all of our liquids combined, that's perfect. We're going to add in our dry, which is our baking powder, flour, and salt. And the full recipe with all the amounts of the ingredients and everything will be listed on my website at laurainthekitchen.com. Just as easier, the recipe's there, you can print it out. That way it's very handy, much easier to follow up on. So just mix this together until the flour is just combined, but you really don't want to overwork it. Otherwise it'll get like a really tough consistency. It'll be more like the texture of bread instead of a moist cake. That looks perfect. Now I'm just going to switch to my spatula to help me pour it into my pan. There we go. Now using your spatula, just make sure you get it as even as possible so it cooks evenly. And we don't have any sides that are too high and some that are too low. That's perfect. If you just wiggle it back and forth, it usually always just falls back into place on its own. So this puppy is going to go into the oven, nice and preheated, for about 25 to 30 minutes. At the 25-minute mark, take a toothpick, insert it into the middle of the cake. If the toothpick comes out clean with no wet batter on it, it's done. And then you want to let it cool completely so you can frost it with any frosting you prefer. So let's pop this in so it can bake up. After my cake baked, I let it cool completely, and I also made my mocha fudge frosting, which I do have an episode on laurainthekitchen.com, so do go and check that out because that's what we're going to top this baby with. So now, I'm just going to take this out and put it on a plate. Peel the parchment, see, and make sure it comes out nicely without sticking. Put this on a plate, like so. Now this frosting is a really nice dark fudgy frosting. It's not like your usual thick creamy frosting like with tons of butter and confectioner's sugar. It's really good. Okay, now using a little spatula, or you could use a regular spatula, whatever you have, just gonna smear this on. You wanna do it kind of evenly, and if it starts to drip on the side a little bit, that's perfectly fine. Just smear it on until you have something that looks kind of like that. Now, of course, you're going to let this set a little bit more. You can put it in the fridge. You can leave it at room temperature just until the top hardens a little bit. But I waited a long time, and I am giving this out tomorrow as a gift, so I'm just going to try and take a little teeny tiny bite, and then I'll cover it back up with some more frosting. on the money. That frosting is so good. Cake is super moist. It was a cinch to make, as you saw. Nothing fancy, no crazy ingredients. I'm sure you can do this. So get in your kitchen and get to it. Now to get this recipe and other recipes, go to www.laurainthekitchen.com. I'll see you next time. Bye!